Hey guys, on here, we're about to dive into a show that I've been watching for a long time on my own, and I've been really wanting to do, especially in the final season as we've come into the close of the show. Of course, I'm talking about Attack on Titan. Um, I've been watching this since the beginning, and one of the reasons I haven't covered it on the channel, I know I only started doing like episode reactions to shows and stuff like that within the last year or two. But one of the main reasons I've been afraid to touch this was mostly because I know anime on YouTube is very strict. So when last season came around, because obviously there's a huge gap between the last season and then the final season, I wasn't too sure if I wanted to brave those wilds or not. But there were so many great moments that I just regret not having on film, man, because that final season was shocking. At least the first half, the revelations, the twists, the turns, the tragedies, and the direction the story's taking us in has been really gripping. And I'm going to brave the wild. So I don't know how the highlights of this is going to be going forward. I've been watching other reactors and how they've done the show in the past to try to kind of gauge what might be the best way, and it's so inconsistent. There's some people that watermark it, some people that drop the transparency, cover things out, some people that don't include the reaction at all and have it on a separate link, and then some people that just don't do anything and show it as is. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know. That doesn't really help me tell me how to make this happen without being a detriment to the channel. So we're just going to kind of feel this out, see how it goes, and we'll see. I'm really excited. I was waiting for this. I was going to watch this earlier. I'm watching this like late at night now because when I first tried to catch it on Crunchyroll, which is where I'm watching it, the site was just not loading for like the first hour that the show went live. So I was like, frick it. I'm just going to take a nap. I'm going to lay down, have some dinner, shower, run some errands. Maybe I'll come back and it'll be working. And lo and behold, right now, everything seems to be loading just fine. So we're going to be checking out episode 17 to season 4, or episode 76 if we're counting it by the entire runtime of the show. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with it. But anyway, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, it's going to be over on Patreon, or if you become a member on the channel, it gets you access as well. So this is one of the ways you help support us here. And another way is simply by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos. And we'll just kind of play this out, see if we follow this along. If this works, fine. I'll do this one test case scenario, give it about a week, and we'll feel out how we're feeling on the channel for the next episode. See if we're safe without any claims or anything like that getting into the next episode before we go any further, because I, again, don't want don't want this to like ruin the channel or anything. And also, who knows, maybe people don't want to see my reactions to this show, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, here we go. God damn, man. Yeah, I mean, I expected him to go down with that, taking a thunder spear point blank like that. Like, I just thought maybe there'd be a way out of it. Oh, the shrapnel. I don't know. Is it wrong to hold out hope that maybe she's lying? I mean, he looked pretty fucking dead. Oh, she took the body. Maybe she's just stalling. I don't know. I've learned at this point not to like just kind of like count anybody out, but also at the same time know when to cut your losses. Oh, they're dead, man. Oh, they're dead. Levi made for damn sure about that. Man, I really want Levi to take down Zeke, man. Oh, got a new intro. Whoa, going hard for this last round. This opening fucking goes, man. All right, 76, Judgment. All right. I need to get Armin out there. I know he's locked up, but somebody needs to bust his ass out and get him on the battlefield. Dude. Without Zeke and Armin on the field, it's just Aaron. And Annie's still asleep. Dude, on their home turf like this, that aside, I don't see how they can like withstand a siege like this with their weaponry. Like, they're outclassed, outnumbered. Aaron's got the Warhammer, but we'll see. That's one way to do it, I guess. Aaron's not one to stand down from a fight, though. He's not gonna disengage, man. That's not Aaron's style. Yeah. But they got anti-Titan weaponry and all kinds of stuff. Like, we'll see. Rematch time. Dude, that looks so badass. All right. Gosh, the Guard Titan's just so fucking goofy looking, man. Oh, brought the gear to put on Peek's back. He came. Well, about that. Kind of not doing so great. Yeah, that's a big part of that. You know, we haven't really seen them be too taken aback with Zeke's betrayal. The only one we've seen react, like, in a way I would have imagined what has been Gabby so far and Falco. At this point, it's almost like 1v1. I don't think there's a Titan that can take Aaron. The closest would have been the Colossal Titan, but they have that on hand themselves. Damn, dude. Reinforcements. Damn, Cart Titan nailed Eren right in that fucking head, man. Good thing that wasn't the neck. Was that the Terminator sting for a second? Huh? Okay, that is true. It did take out his motor functions, at least unless he discards this body and retransforms. Oh, you got a promotion. Oh. Yeah, I mean, they've got people all over the place now, man. And it's always kind of funny to me, like, the scouts, the regiment, the aliens from Parodies and all that. They always have plenty of bodies on hand to just be thrown away like that. Like, it's like they've always got some soldiers on stock to just die aimlessly in a fight. Never out of soldiers sometimes, man. Oh damn, that was cool. His braid's got a lot of blood in it. I'm wondering if he's already left his body and is controlling it remotely, kind of like the Warhammer. But that was like a whole entity formed out of that goo, right? Or maybe he's learned how to do it in a more advanced version of it already. Don't know. But he's just chilling, so like something's up. And we're not being shown a lot of Eren's internal view. I don't know, man.
おにゃんこぽん飛行船で空から攻めてきた約500の兵に鎧、アギト、車力が同時にそれをエレンが一人で相手にしている始祖がマーレに奪われる手を貸してくれみんなでエレンを援護するんだ先んじゃねえさすまないだがイラに逆らえば頭を吹っ飛ばされるだけだ
Totally feel where Connie's coming from, man.
俺たちがエレンに加勢して子供を作りに体になんなきゃならねえんだよおい話を聞こうよコニー俺は本当に知らなかったんだワインのことや安楽死計画なんて他の義勇兵と同じように本当だと思うぞエルディア人の安楽死なんて協力したくない俺たちはパラディ島を発展させて一緒にマーレを倒してほしかった安楽死計画が実現してしまったら俺たちがやってきたことは何になるんだ
If the euthanization plan was kept secret from a lot of the ones that joined on, I wonder how many would still be on board for Yelena and Zeke's plan if they actually knew. Because I'm sure they don't want to be, like, sterilized, not everybody, in the way to save the world from the Titans. I still don't think Eren truly is on board for that plan either. I think Eren's using Zeke. And I know I'm not the only one thinking that, but it just seems like that would not be in the cards for Eren. This is all means to an end for him.
エレンとジークに手を貸すということは安楽死計画を実現させるということだぞ
いや計画は阻止するんだどうしろって言うんだよ少なくとも一度は地ならしの威力を世界に見せつけてやらないとミカサはどうしたいエレンを助けたいの助けたいそれはきっとエレンが言ったように私がアッカーマンだから
Yeah, what he said to her, man, it's gonna have to rock her to the core.
自分の意志じゃない
Because she can never really understand if that's
それは
One, if it's real, or if it's not, and if it is, that she's got no control over her own life.
エルディア人が子供を作れなくなることをエレンが望んでるって
Yeah, see, I think Armin's at least. He's either being naive and holding on to the Eren he knew, or I think he's barking up the right tree right there.
終的に始祖の力をどう使うかはエレン次第だ。承諾したと見せて自分は味方だと思い込ませることができたなら
I swear, I hope Armin's right with this. I hope so.
50年は誰にも手出しされない
Armin's usually a pretty strong judge of character, but Eren's just something else right now. So I don't know. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just fucking watching the show? See, like, look how many people they have and how many just keep getting slaughtered. And they lost a bunch when they attacked Marley. So, like, they just keep having plenty of, red shirts, so to speak. Ah, shit. Damn it, man. Let's watch this, outro. It's that cage. Damn, okay. That was an interesting outro. I'm not gonna watch, I don't want to watch the preview. Alright. That was a good episode to bring us back into the fold on. Especially considering the massive cliffhanger that the last episode of part 1 was on episode 16. Woo! Just ending there with the invasion fleet showing up. And with the with not knowing the status of the full status of Zeke and Levi. Like, we saw Zeke, but we didn't see Levi at all. So, like, I don't even know, man. I don't know. So, am I crazy? Should I hold on to some hope at all? Like that she was holding on to Levi's body and not letting them touch it for a reason. I mean, he had that 1,000-yard I'm dead stare on top of the huge gash in his face and like the shards in him all over him. So like I don't know. I don't know. So who knows? Who knows? He could be gone. It could just be like she didn't want them to have his body, or for his body to be tainted by their touch, or he's okay and she's just trying to hide that fact, and he's just really good at not blinking. I don't know. He could just not have motor function, and you know, he's not able to close or move his eyes or anything like that. Maybe there's a faint pulse. Maybe he's breathing. I don't know. But yeah, he did get a point blank spear exploded in his face, so I'm also not surprised. But if it would just be a shitty way for Levi to go down, considering it did in this whole case nothing to Zeke. And what was that experience Zeke was talking about? Is that Ymir? Like building him again, bringing him back anew, looking up and seeing the paths, like all the different like connections that the Titans over the years have connected to Ymir and to all their hosts and whatnot, the past, present, and future. I don't know. I've made it a vow that I wouldn't look too far ahead into like the manga to see what happens, because I want to watch it, because that's been the most fun experience, has been watching this, not knowing anything. I know a lot of people that personally that have been watching the show who've actually already finished the manga itself and already know where it's going, how it ends and stuff. And I was like, I don't want that, man. I want to just kind of understand the context if I'm missing any, but aside from that, I don't want any foreknowledge. So I think I've been pretty good about avoiding all of that for the most part, which is another reason I'm probably not going to be looking at the comments of these videos just in case. Because some people can, I I know how some people on the internet can be. That being said, while I think Armin is partially naive because one, it is Eren. They've all got a blind spot when it comes to Eren. Not everybody, but especially Mikasa and Armin. So like I definitely can see that he might be a little hopeful, as I am being, that going along just without a struggle, without a fuss with Zeke's euthanization plan doesn't seem like something Eren would want to me. Like when we found out he agreed to that whole thing, like I was like, did he really? Is he really? And while he might be leading, pushing through a lot of this, like expanding this rift between them, one to keep them out of harm's way, or just another psychological tactic to get what he needs out of the situation. I don't know. Like I said, coming back to Armin, he could be naive, but I just feel like Eren, after everything we've seen, everything we've done, I don't think he would be the one to allow his own people to be the ones vilified or the ones accepting a punishment because of this that's been put upon them by an outside force. So I don't think he would like allow for Zeke to actually euthanize the Eldians, because that's his people. That's what he's been fighting for this whole time. His own freedom, their own freedom, just to find out he's not free because he's part of this cycle as well. So I'm curious to see what Eren's got cooking up, man. Like this has gone to a level, and because we've never talked about this on the channel here, like from where the show started to where it is now, it's just gone to a whole other level that I never thought the show would go into, or a direction I never expected when I started off the show back in the beginning. And I think that's safe to say a lot of people probably felt the same way, which has made it really fun having some of this foreknowledge, going back and watching some of the older episodes, because I've watched some some reactors that I watch as well have picked up the show not too long ago, and seeing them like watching it through eyes that know what's coming, just how much foreshadowing, how much setup, how much winking at the camera there is for people who knows what's going on. It's just like, wow, it adds so many other layers to the show when you rewatch it, especially when you're paying attention to some of the Marleyans warriors. So that's so good. It's so good, man. I love this show. I've never really talked about it on the channel all that much, so again, we'll see how this goes. It's a bit of an experiment, so we'll see if we're following up this next week. So let me know if you want to see more. Let me know if you're interested, if you enjoyed this. What's your favorite Titan? Who's your favorite character? Do you think Eren is crazy, or do you think Eren's gone along with Zeke's plan, or do you think he's playing Zeke? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that on my socials down below. If you want to see the full-length reaction, remember it's on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel, gives you access as well. And before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Korskov, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Jeffrey Hale, and Nate Prouty. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this episode, and I'll see you guys next week, possibly with the next episode. Take care, everybody.